Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 219. Joining me as always, Daniel Neveroli.
What's up, gamers? You actually got it right this time.
I got it right
Actually, I think you
last
got it
week,
right
too.
last week,
I
too.
think I'm on
Yeah.
like a 3-week win streak
Okay,
here.
okay.
And we're going to keep this going until
Until you think we're
I
like
forget.
way too far ahead.
Yeah, next week it'll probably be wrong. 3 weeks. That's probably a record for me, if
I
I'm
have
being
faith
honest.
in you. I have faith. I really do. You're this is the fact that you got consecutive weeks is
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that I can count that high is pretty impressive, too,
I
if
mean,
you think about it.
yeah, I can't, so I'm pretty impressed.
Danny, I've been playing a lot of Hades, and I've been thinking long and hard about this. They should make a Hades movie. And now I know what you're thinking. There's way too many video game adaptations, and there are, but a Hades movie could fucking work.
Could it be a TV show? Better.
I don't think a TV show would be better. No, I don't think. I think there's enough story there for a good movie. You know, like a good 90-minute, 2-hour movie type of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't think like you need a little bit of breath there?
No, because like, what would a TV show be? Every episode, he's doing another run, and you're getting a little bit of the backstory, and then a little bit of the banter between him and Hades and stuff. Yeah, I mean that could work too, but I just feel like a movie would work a little bit better.
Want it to be very concise.
Shorter runs through the thing, because we don't want to see him running through the whole thing, doing it over again. Like it'd be partially an action movie, right? As what's his name, Zagreus is doing his runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like that would be the big action part. And then, you know, you get back and then you get into dialogue and all the story and stuff every time he dies. I could see it. I could see it working. Maybe an animated movie would be better, I think.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know. Live action would be weird. I don't know who you'd cast for all that, but
yeah,
it'd be fun. Michael Cera is Zagreus.
And the voice, he could do the voice.
He could do
See,
the voice.
The way that game is set up, like for it to be a movie and compared to a TV show, like a TV show, you could have the breadth of like him doing multiple runs and kind of show that, or at least like show it more. But with like a movie, you're gonna have to like montage show him doing a lot of runs of like how many times he's actually dying.
And I think
that's a big part.
No, definitely.
Story.
You would need to do a lot of montages. Not like everyone would be in the montage, but like, yeah, a big part of that would. And I just want to see like Zagreus like slowly going crazy as he's going through all these runs and stuff. Doesn't really happen too much in the game thus far, but yeah, I kind of wish he was like breaking down mentally throughout the game. That would have been a really cool touch.
I don't want to say too much. He doesn't break down mentally, but I think he gets a little tired.
Does he?
Of the same thing, but like he has purpose though, at least.
How many runs did it take you to beat it? Because I'm at like, I think I've done 18 runs so far, because there's like the little pool that tells you. Can't remember. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering how many it takes to beat. So I've gotten through, I've gotten to Elysium, I think is the area. I think that's what they called it. And
that's the third area?
Third. Yeah, I think it's third. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the regular one, then the lava one, and then Elysium.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've gotten to that boss twice, and that's how far I've gotten.
Yeah, it's pretty far. I mean, I think it's the last boss at that, right? Like, I think it's just
is Elysium the last one?
I think that's like the I think that's the last area, and then it's then it's Hades.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's the last like main area. I think. Yeah.
Anytime I can beat Meg with my Death Defiance still available, and I'm like, okay,
it's a good run.
Yeah, I'm having a good run here. Like, okay, we're gonna go far, because for whatever reason I find the second area, the lava area, pretty easy. That, and the boss isn't too bad. The only problem with that area is the lava everywhere, and I keep dashing into the fucking lava. And I'm like, fuck, man, I can't. Like, I just got the gauntlets, and I really liked the gauntlets when I was in the first area. But then I got the second area, and I kept running into the lava because you're dashing so much with the gauntlets. Yeah, so it was a problem. So I've been going back and forth between gauntlets and spear. I think I'm probably
and you like the spear. Are you throwing it a lot?
Yeah, I throw it a lot. Yeah, I try to upgrade the special a lot. That way I could throw it a lot. And then, it's like God of War with the fucking axe, because it just comes back to you like that, and it's so fun. Yeah, I really like the spear. What's so there's a gun, apparently, I think you were saying in the Discord? Okay. Because I still have one.
That might be the final one, yeah.
Yeah, I have the final one, and the weapon's like not even there yet. Like, I can't even unlock it yet for whatever reason. So that's cool. I'm interested to see what a gun's like, because I do like the ranged attacks.
Yeah, it's like a gun, and then I think the alt fire is like the special attack is like a lob grenade.
Okay, interesting.
That
That's
takes
cool.
ammo as well. What is the special for the gauntlets? Is it punching and then the uppercut?
Yeah, it's the uppercut. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the uppercut might be with the dash. I think there's two different specials. I forget what regular triangle just does, but like if you dash and then press the special button, then it does the uppercut. So I think if
Hmm.
you just press
Okay.
triangle, it's just like a more powerful punch.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what's the
Okay.
second game about? Is you said his sister?
I'd have to watch that trailer again. I think
Yeah.
it's something of she. I don't even remember her name. I think it's Zag's sister, and she's like trying to find Zag. I
Mm.
think Zag's like missing, so
Oh,
she
okay.
like is going to hell and trying to like find uh find him. I
Oh,
think.
that's interesting. I thought it was the mom because I sometimes you can rest and you'll get like a black and white flashback scene, and they were talking about the mom how she escaped in the flashback scene. So I was like, oh, that must be what the sequel is how the mom
Um,
escaped.
I mean, I don't know how much you want me to say.
I just don't know if it's
Yeah,
something pertaining to the
yeah,
mom. It's a little
yeah.
interesting. Hades 2 is in hell again. I would have liked like maybe you're Zeg again or something,
Go
and
to
you're
like
like,
Olympus
yeah,
or
and
something.
you're like fighting the gods in Olympus. Like that would have been
Yeah.
cool. You know, maybe they're all assholes, and you gotta like fight your way to the top of Olympus or something. That would. I guess I
Um,
just pitched God of War 3, but yeah,
I think like it could be different. They could do different things
no,
in hell. It could
100% it
look
could be
different,
different.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, just a different
also,
scenery. You know, like I don't need to be fighting all these dark demons and stuff in
it
a
could be
sequel.
different. I don't think we fully know,
Sure.
but I know the technical test is out now. But
Yeah.
um, what I'll say is like the stuff with the mom, for the most part, is with like the alternate end or like the extended ending of one.
Okay.
And it's not much. There's not. It's not a lot.
Just like another cutscene.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh,
Like getting the
interesting.
full ending is. I don't necessarily think you need to do that, but
You don't.
I would just
In
maybe
the full
beat it.
endings, beat it 10 times.
Yeah, beat it 10 times.
Do credits roll though if they're just beating it once?
I think so. I can't remember.
Okay, cool. I can't consider the game beaten unless credits
I
are
know that
rolling.
the
So I'm
credits do
like,
roll for the 10th one, but I don't remember if there's two different credits.
okay. If I don't see credits, I'm like, the game's not beaten. You know,
I
I
know that it
can't
is for the
can't do it.
extended.
Okay, gotcha. Need to see those credits. That's what we need.
Hmm.
Maybe a cool post credit scene. You know, I don't know, Zeg's hand
I don't
comes out of the
know.
ground.
Or like Mass Effect 3, he like breathes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, where's Shepard? Is he alive? Is he okay? Do we
He is
know?
alive.
We'll find out someday.
He is alive for sure. Whether he's
There-
alive in the new game, I don't know.
yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. Maybe we'll find out in fucking 2038. That's when we'll find out.
Jesus.
Come on,
20 years
Bioware.
after Andromeda.
Come on, Bioware, please make Mass Effect. All right, Daniel. It has been another busy week in the world of video games.
Yeah. Got
Uh,
some good stuff to talk about. One
yeah,
bad thing.
that's some fun stuff. All right, our first news story then. Nintendo held a indie world showcase yesterday. That
Hmm.
being Wednesday, the 17th.
Actually, was it Wednesday or was it Tuesday? Was it Wednesday? Was
It
it
was
yesterday?
yesterday. It was yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. My time's all messed up.
Yeah, you're fucked up, man. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go over what happened at the Indie
Yeah.
World Showcase. Pulling up the great Kotaku
How did you feel
article.
about it?
I
Did you
liked it.
watch
I
the whole
liked it
thing?
quite a bit. I did watch the whole thing, and yeah, some good indies in there. Some games I'm personally excited about. So
Hmm.
that's always nice. Sometimes these things come and go, and I'm just like, there's nothing in there that I'm really that interested in. Or it's the type of thing where it's like that game won't catch my eye until it actually comes out or whatever, and maybe didn't show off super well in a trailer. I think that happened for I don't know tons of Neon White always comes to mind, right? Where I was just like not into that game at all when they showed it leading up to the game's release, and then it came out, and I started playing it and fell in love with it. So yeah,
Game of the year for you.
it was my game of the year. Yeah, man, what a game!
What a game, dude.
Someday, possibly they'll announce Neon White too, and I'll flip my shit. I
Yeah,
will
you.
flip
I would too.
this table right here. I'm fucking flipping it over. All right, let's go over the Indie World Showcase. This Kotaku article is horrible, so I might look up another one. Kotaku, what is up with your ads? I just can't. They're
A
everywhere.
lot of modern websites that just suck.
Everywhere. Like, what is this? Taylor Swift shit, Disney
Pop-ups.
Plus bundle, pop-ups everywhere. Fucking shit. First
Awful.
game they showed off then. Little Kitty Big City. Coming out May 9th. Daniel, do you want to be a little kitty in a big city?
I love the name. We've
I do
seen this
too.
game, I think, a couple times
A
before.
lot of cat games in this Indie World Showcase.
People like cats.
I don't blame them.
Gamers like cats. Um, yeah, I think this game's very cute, and I like the name. Like, I still am questioning, like, what's the goal? It looks like you're trying to get back to your place, but like,
Is this another Stray where it just plays like shit?
I don't think we could really tell. Um, yeah, I hope that there's more platforming in it.
I will never understand the love for Stray. I gotta just say that. Like I still don't get it. I
There's
don't
some
get
things
it.
I like about Stray, but it's
The
not the
atmosphere is
gameplay.
cool. The
Yeah.
cat is cool. You know, like the whole futuristic apocalypse with robots and shit. That whole thing's cool. The gameplay was just awful.
I don't know about awful, but
It
it's
was
not what I
awful.
wanted.
It was awful, dude. Like it was awful. You'd think this it's like a platformer that doesn't have any sort of fun platforming at all. It's like I guess maybe I just didn't give the puzzles enough of a chance, but the ones I did within like that first hour were terrible. Anyways, this became a Stray hate session, but yeah, whatever. Sims when you need them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he was a big fan.
He was. Okay, so Little Kitty Big City. Yeah, he's in this picture they are putting the cat in a bunch of different costumes.
Yeah,
Right?
he gets to wear like little hats and
Yeah,
stuff.
little hats. Looks like you could be a koala cat, you could be a ladybug cat, you could be a mouse cat.
Mm.
A lot of stuff going on there.
Tom and Jerry together as
Ooh,
one.
wow. Look at that. They fusioned
Finally.
the cartoon we've all wanted. Next game then was Yars Rising. This is coming from Way Forward, the developer, and I think it's being published by Atari, or Atari's
Hmm.
helping make it, something
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
publishing it. Yeah,
Okay, cool to see
I think this
Atari in
is.
there.
I think this is like an IP that they owned. I think there was like a Yars game like a long time ago on the Atari.
Really?
This is kind of like, yeah, I think this is like a spiritual sequel or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Good developer to
yeah,
pick out for it, right?
yeah, I think WayForward has made some like not like bad games, but like some more like
People love
middling
those
games.
River City Girl games, right?
Yeah, they also do Shantae, and I know people love the Shantae games.
There's a new one of those
Um,
coming out too, right?
it's like I think that's more of a port or like a
Oh, okay.
remat. It's like it's the advanced game
Gotcha.
that they're doing.
Oh, so it's from
Um,
the Game Boy Advance, and it's like being
yeah,
ported over. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, they might be updating it and stuff. And people love the Shantae games. They know how to make good 2D platformer, Metroidvania type style games. So I think this game will probably play pretty well. Is it gonna sell? I don't know. I don't know how well Atari is at marketing things.
Yeah, the character movement and stuff like that didn't really look great to me.
It's a
I
little
don't.
slow.
Yeah, it looked a little slow. It looked like she was just like ducking and crawling through like vents or whatever a lot. And I'm just like, I don't know about this, but not my type of game anyway. So it's just
Yeah,
something that doesn't really necessarily appeal to me. So, but yeah, looks cool. Like graphically, I think art style's cool.
it's nice to see Atari out there. It's a
Yeah,
long running company that who knows what they really are right now.
you would think they
Yeah.
could be like a big publisher in this space. Maybe not AAA, but like some indie games, some
A
AA
double
games.
A indie, yeah,
Yeah,
be like a new Devolver or something.
yeah, yeah. Like I think that'd be a great spot for Atari, and that is a name, right? That is a name that pretty much everyone knows. Like I would consider Atari still a household name. Maybe not so much with the younger audiences, but
Yeah, I mean, even with us for the most part, it's not like we weren't playing Atari games, but we were the
no, not
last
at all.
generation to probably know Atari.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Okay. Next game then was Refined Self, the personality game.
oh yeah, I forgot about this game.
What a name!
But
What a
yeah,
name.
you gotta explain this game to me. I don't
Oh
remember
man,
it.
I could read this thing because I couldn't even tell you what it is.
Okay, yeah.
Out this summer, Refined Self will put you in the mechanical boots of an android looking for answers. Interact with the robots and unravel the secrets behind the future your creators searched for you as you carry on their legacy. Okay. There you go.
Okay, yeah. So it's like
What a plot.
2D, and they're like trying to like put a personality to that robot character that you are. I guess based on the things you do. So like, is this game gonna be? Is this like a shorter game? Because
I'd
they were like
imagine.
showing like you can compare to other people's like personality traits and stuff, and I don't know how that works. Is it like your friends list?
Yeah,
Like,
it
can I
sounds like
go
it's
to?
trying to be one of those like emotional indie games a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Well, where's the personality test really come into like what? So I get whatever, I don't know, personality A, and you get personality B, like, and we can kind of compare each other's thing. But what does that mean? What is that? What's the point of that?
Great questions. I couldn't give you the answers, but we could find out on. Oh, they don't have a date yet. This summer, sometime this summer.
Okay, I'm gonna I want to keep my eye out because that game it's just so weird.
Next game then was Sticky Business, which is apparently a game where you just place a bunch of stickers on some shit.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to make of this game if I'm being entirely honest.
I didn't either.
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
this was a
Yeah,
weird one.
it's a lot of these indie games. Honestly, I'm like, all right, cool. It reminds me a little of that paparazzi game.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that with like. Is this the one that looked like Animal Crossing a little bit?
Mm,
Or is that a different game?
I'm not
There's
getting
one
this
that had
vibe
like
from that
okay.
picture.
There's one that had like Animal Crossing vibes. It could be a little later.
Okay. Next game then was Anton Blast, which is a fast-paced platformer full of exploration and action. There you go.
Yeah,
Coming out on November 12th.
this looks great.
Was this the one Chris was excited about in our Discord?
I didn't see. Was he saying something about this one?
Yeah, he put something in there from the direct. I think it was that.
Yeah, I
This
can
one has a
scroll
very
up.
cool art style though. It looks like a Cartoon Network a little bit.
Hmm. Oh
Old school
no,
Cartoon
the one
Network
that
shit.
Chris is Metaghost, the Breaking Show.
Metaghost, that break was that even on here? Maybe that wasn't
No,
in the
yeah, it's a different thing. Yeah, yeah. This game looks like Pizza Tower, which I've been waiting for a console version of Pizza Tower.
Where
I've been
is that?
wanting. I don't know. Maybe it's just not going to get a console port. I don't know. Like it definitely had Pizza Tower vibes. Pizza Tower was definitely. If you look at it compared to this game looks like they going for the same art style, but this looks a little more like defined. You could tell like it seems like Pizza Tower is made with like less money and less people. Not that this is a big studio, but they're going for the same vibe, but this just seems a little bit more crisper looking, even though it still looks like a cartoon. You go look at Pizza Tower, it looks pretty crude compared, especially like the cutscenes and stuff.
Okay, cool. Well,
A little bit more like a web, kind of like a web game cutscene look, but with drawing. Compared to, I think this just looks a little bit crisper. Um, yeah, and I think it's like a timed exclusive for Switch, right? I think it's like PC and Switch.
it doesn't say that on here. There's a demo available now coming out November 12th, so go check it out if you want.
Yeah. So is that not when the game comes out? Because I thought that was the release date.
No, the release date is November 12th, but there's a demo
Oh, but they're
available
also
now.
a demo. Okay.
Yeah, far out release date
Yeah, that is that. Yeah, I
for
guess it gives
indie
them
game
time.
especially. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll put a date on it way out. Good on you. All right, next game then was Valley Peaks, which is a first-person climbing platformer. So that sounds interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like Chalk Zone, Daniel. Love bringing up
Chalk
Chalk Zone on
Zone.
this show.
I don't remember. You've brought it up. I can't remember what Chalk Zone is.
It was an old Nickelodeon cartoon.
Okay, this might be the one that looks like
Set in Wisconsin, by the way.
Chalk Zone does.
Yeah.
Were you in Chalk Zone?
Nah, it could have been. I could have been a background character. Maybe they drew me in there.
Yeah, maybe you should ask your parents. Like, was I in Chalk
Was
Zone?
I in Chalk Zone? Yeah. My brother was in an episode of Sesame Street.
Whoa!
Man, that's a real thing. He was one of the background kids.
In Milwaukee, like they came into Milwaukee and
No,
like.
that was well. I lived in Philadelphia at the time, and they were
Uh,
filming there. I guess it might have even been at. There's a Sesame Street amusement park somewhere in Pennsylvania,
hmm,
and it might have even been there. I have vague memories of this amusement park. Very
interesting.
young. Yeah. Maybe they tore that bitch down because that's a shitty idea. The more I'm thinking about it, like,
Why? It's a kids amusement park.
there was like roller coasters and stuff too that like I couldn't go on, from what I
Huh.
remember.
Yeah, they shouldn't do roller coasters if it's gonna be like a kids like amusement park. It should just be like little rides and
Yeah,
like
that like all kids could ride.
that all kids could ride. Yeah.
Yeah. Pennsylvania also has Hershey World. Try to remember.
Hmm.
I have fond memories of Hershey World.
Yeah, my dad was from, that area. He would always go to McKeesport. Uh, what's the name of that McKeesport? There's like it's like right outside of Pittsburgh.
Hmm. I don't know
Uh,
what you're referring to.
yeah, it's like a amusement park.
Okay.
Right outside of Pittsburgh. They would always go to that.
Pennsylvania just full of random shit like
A
this,
lot
huh?
of land in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's a good point. Got a lot of shit over there.
Hmm.
All right, well, peaks and valleys coming out sometime soon.
Good name.
Yeah, great name. Love it. Actually, that's not what it's called at all. I don't know why I called it. That's called Valley Peaks.
Peaks and Valleys is a better name.
Yeah, we should change it for them. If they're watching, feel free to take that.
Yeah, Peaks and Valleys.
You got a while. You don't have a release date yet. Next game, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna go
that's
with.
right. You got it. You nailed it.
Okay, great. I'm very excited for this game. This is from the Sayonara Wild Hearts guys, and it's coming out May 16th now. And it just looks like a weird fucking puzzle game where you can't tell what the fuck's going on. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, it seems super cool. My problem is that you don't know what's going on. Like, what are you doing in the game?
It reminds me of The Witness a little bit in that they were like kind of walking up to the puzzle, and then you're like actually doing a puzzle, but like different types of puzzles, obviously from The Witness. But yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of. Reminded me of The Witness on acid, which is weird to say because The Witness is Jonathan Blow was definitely on acid when he made that game. So, this is just taking it another notch up.
Was he? Is that a fact?
Probably. Probably. If you played The Witness, yeah, you'll be like, oh, this dude was on something.
Really? Okay.
There's like live action cutscenes in The Witness, and like you wouldn't even expect that. Just out of nowhere, it like you'll find like a secret room, and there'll be like a screen, and you'll press play, and there's like it's like fucking a Remedy game. It's like Alan Wake, and like all of a sudden someone just walks on the screen, and it's like live action, and you're like, what the
Is the
fuck
Witness
is this?
in the Remedyverse?
It could be. It entirely could be. But yeah, I'm down. It's a good developer making a puzzle game, so I'm always down for. I love my puzzle games. So yeah, hopefully it's good. I don't know, man, but I know Sam Barlow. He said he played the whole thing. It's his game of the year thus far. So I'm like, oh, okay, great.
He's played Lorelei?
Yeah, he played. He must be friends with someone at the studio, I guess. And he was like, yeah, this is my favorite game of the year.
So when's the release date?
Like May 16th. So
okay, so that is
about a month out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, that would make sense of how he played it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So did Sam say more? Sam Barlow say more about like the game, or just
he just said everyone keep an eye out for this game of the year thus far. So
interesting.
Like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I hope it's like that quality. I'd love to play it.
Yeah, I wish it was coming out on everything all at once. I Switch always
Is it
gets...
not?
No, it's Switch and PC day one. So there's
I thought that we had seen this at an
PS5.
Xbox thing.
No, yeah, I guess not. It's
Yeah.
not even scheduled for Xbox or PlayStation as of yet. But
Okay. And I guess it was just a PlayStation event or a Switch event.
yeah,
I thought we had seen it multiple times, right?
Yeah, we have at multiple Switch events. It was supposed to come out last year, so
Right.
getting it out now. Coming out in May. Yeah, hopefully the loading times aren't too bad. That's what always worries me because I'll play it on Switch. But yeah, that's what it always. Because like Dave the Diver was the same thing. I checked out Dave the Diver. I really liked it. The loading times are fucking killing me.
You could check out a PC. Be a nerd if you want.
I could. I definitely could. Not gonna, but I could.
No, I won't. But there's a chance. There's a chance I could.
There is the possibility is there, but
yeah,
I'm not doing that. Next game then, I think this one might catch your eye is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Splintered Fate. This is a already out on mobile type of game. This like a roguelike Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. Which is
it just seems like it's more about like the abilities you get and not necessarily like change of weapons, or you're just kind of picking the character and like I guess getting levels.
Yeah,
as you
is
go.
it co-op? Do we know? I wonder if it says it.
It better be. It looks co-op. I don't see how it like.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about co-op here, but it should.
Yeah, I would like to know if it's not co-op because that would suck.
Right.
Is this game coming everywhere, or is this just another Switch game?
This article says coming to Switch in July, so don't know if it's coming. I gotta imagine they'll put it on everywhere. eventually. If it's already a mobile
Yeah.
game, right? It'll probably come everywhere pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm curious about this game. I don't know if I'd have the time to check it out, but I love the TMNT games. I want more TMNT games.
Yeah,
This seems cool, like a top-down beat 'em up
yeah,
with
seems fun.
roguelite
I wonder.
stuff.
I guess it's not free on mobile, huh? I'd check it out on mobile. Why not?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's probably paid.
Yeah, probably. I think. Oh, it says right here it's an Apple Arcade thing. So
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, just
yeah.
Apple Arcade.
How much is that a month, anyways?
I think it was $5
Hmm.
a month, but maybe they've raised it.
Damn
It's been
Apple.
a while.
Okay, next up then, Europa, which is a 3D action platformer. Got a very cool art style to it, and
Hmm.
this one definitely caught my eye. I did not know what this was
Yeah,
beforehand, but the art style was fucking incredible. Platforming looked pretty fun, you know. Obviously, you gotta kind of
very
get your
floaty.
hands on it to really tell with 3D platformers, right? How well that's gonna play and how fun that actually is. But it did look very fun, and yeah, like I said, the art style, man, especially when like towards the end of the trailer, there was like a giant fucking animal that flew away. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I was like, wow, that's cool. I just
Yeah.
love that. So yeah,
You're like
just want to keep
floating
your eye on.
around and stuff. I don't know. Like they're
Yeah, it
like
looks
some
like
of
you
the
could
gameplay.
fly, and then,
Hmm.
but I don't know, maybe it was more of a glide type thing. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, it's something to like keep my eye out because it definitely this was one of the standout games I think.
Hmm.
This like Anton Blast and then this I think were the two standouts for me. But yeah, I don't know what to think of it because like I hope it's good. It looks good. It's definitely inspired by Breath of the Wild for sure. We're getting so many of those Breath of the Wild inspired games. Um, yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'd this would probably be one I wouldn't play on Switch just because I gotta imagine probably run at 30 over on Switch, and
Oh, that's
yeah, the
yeah. I
3D.
mean, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom run on Switch.
Yeah, yeah. So it's the 3D platformers. Anytime you need something fast paced like that, I tend to want my frame 60 frames per second even more so than I would on other games. So it would probably be one I'd wait for other console releases. But nonetheless, it looks very cool.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Next game then, Cat Quest 3, an action RPG. Coming out sometime later this year. Oh, August 8th is the release date. Coming out on Switch. And I believe we've also seen this at the Xbox thing, right? Last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure.
So it's probably coming out to everything that day, or
I
at least
think, I
Switch and
think,
Xbox.
I think this series is even on mobile. If I'm like, I could be wrong, but I think
One
the
of
series
those.
is everywhere. Yeah, this is definitely a series I'd like to play because I remember when this got announced the first time, you were like, wait, there's, or was it the second one? I forget which one it was. You were
I
like,
think it
wait,
was this one.
okay. You're
Yeah.
like, wait, this is a series? Like, what is this
Yeah,
game?
I never heard about this in my life until that. There's
Yeah.
a third Cat Quest game. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding
It's
me.
very cute. I like the art style. I
Yeah.
like that when you're fighting like stuff like you're basically on a map and you see like the word of like the ocean that you're next to or like the area you're in. It's like all written down like you're fighting on a topography map. You know, it's really cool.
Next game then, Stitch, which is
Hmm.
some sort of puzzle game going on here. I actually don't remember this one at all.
Yeah, this is the one with like the yarn.
The yarn.
And you're
Okay,
like
gotcha.
pulling the yarn and trying to match the pattern. This is, I think, I actually forgot about this game. Yeah, this one looked really cool. Like you're trying to like, uh, if you ever seen Picross, we kind of
No.
like getting the numbers. It's not like Sudoku kind of, but like it's like a it looks very similar, but you're trying to match numbers for the spots they need to be in. Um, this is like, oh, there's like a two here that needs to be a specific color, a two here that needs to be a specific color, a three here that's a specific color, and then you're taking like the yarn and like trying to like get the pattern right for like the piece.
Hmm.
It seems like a pretty cute puzzle game. It looks like it's only coming to Switch. And I don't remember when it's coming out, but I'd like to look at this game.
Cool.
Looks very cute.
Let's see. Weekly Hops inspired by software. Stitch is available starting today. So it came out yesterday.
Came out yesterday.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
go
Guess I
check
need
it
to
out right now.
download it. Yeah.
I wonder how the reviews are. Look that up later. Next game then, Bzit, which is
Yeah.
BZZT. Okay, great. Awesome name.
Weird name.
This is another fast-paced platformer coming out summer 2024. There you go.
Yeah,
Is it-
it kind of sucks that we get so many indies because like it's kind of cute playing a little robot like that. Like he is a cute looking robot, but like the game didn't like stick out that much for me. You know, like there's just so many games out there right now. Like I
I
don't
have
know.
nostalgia for that late 360 era where you knew about every indie that was coming out pretty much, and it was
Unless you were
just
on PC, then
yeah.
you had a lot
Yeah, I
more.
guess you had a lot more choices on PC, but like when you were just in the 360 world, from like 2010 to like 2013 ish,
Yeah, we had
just
Limbo,
knew everything. Yeah, it
Castle
was like
Crashers,
Limbo, Explosion Man, Castle
Explosion.
Crashers. Yeah, and like you knew about all those, and now it's just like there's a new indie literally every day that is probably
Literally every
pretty
day,
good and you'd probably enjoy playing through, but it's just hard to
multiple a day.
fish through, yeah.
Especially if you
The-
could go to like places like itch. Like if you go to itch.io, like there's so easy to publish games there. Even like Steam early access, like games every day, multiple games a day. Yeah, like it's crazy.
it's just hard being in the indie developer space nowadays, right? It's just there's
Yeah.
so many, and it's just like unless you're already a prominent name in the indie space or in the developer space, it's just really hard for you to get
Yeah.
people's attention.
Yeah, it's hard to be a Balatro, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Balatro is
you
one of the few. And like Balatro is one of those games where it's just super good, right? Where it's
yeah.
like, yeah, getting
You have
crazy
to
high
you have to
review
stand
scores
out.
and really addictive, really fun. So it does
Yeah.
break through. But like there's so many that don't break through.
Hmm. Yeah, it's tough to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next game then was Skim. SCHIM? Skim?
It's either
Yeah.
that, it's Skim or Shim
Shim?
or yeah, I can't remember the pronunciation because this game got shown off like a few years ago, I think.
Okay. Cool. What does it say here? Blending elements of light and shadow into its gameplay, 3D platformer Shim will launch July 8th for Switch. Again, another really cool art style.
Yeah, you're playing this little frog bouncing into the shadows and
Yeah.
stuff. It's very cute. My only like thing is like does the gimmick of like bouncing through the shadows get old very quickly?
Hmm.
Like how can they change that up to make it refreshing and new and different?
Yeah.
And like is this a long game, too?
Yeah.
Like you never know with some of these indie games. Like
Yeah, a lot of indie games run into that problem where they have like a really cool gimmick, like you said, or just like a really cool mechanic for their gameplay. Like Viewfinder comes to mind for me, where it was like that mechanic was so cool, but there wasn't a lot of substance in the actual game, right? So sometimes you see a lot of indie games where it's like, oh, that's really cool, really neat idea, but it just doesn't have the actual game isn't there.
yeah, I think that's where something like Portal got it right.
Yeah,
Like Portal 1 is so short. It's like it kind of knew what it was doing. Very short, kind of get the idea, kind of let you use that idea, and by the time you kind of get used to it, the game's over.
right. Yeah.
They did do a sequel with much more, and like obviously, I think Portal 2 is significantly better, even though they're both like 10 out of 10s. Um, and that's very rare too to have a
That
sequel
game
like
too, it
that.
just has really well designed levels for the
Yeah,
mechanic, right? And it's like some
yeah,
some developers don't necessarily nail that, where it's like everything feels different in each level and really fun to do and really worthwhile to do.
yeah. It's probably where Viewfinder should have been.
Yeah,
Make it more level based. Have a puzzle that you solve. I don't know how it's set up because I haven't played it, but be more level based. Be more Portal. Here's a quick puzzle. Figure out the Viewfinder mechanic that you need to do for this puzzle. Move on to the next one.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Viewfinder was a lot of like I felt like I was doing the same thing in each level, and each level didn't really stand out on its own.
Yeah, instead of having like a unique little mechanic
Yeah,
to do for each little thing. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, Viewfinder.
Yeah, we didn't mean to dunk on
Didn't mean to
Viewfinder.
dunk on you there,
Shim looks
Viewfinder.
great though.
It does. Next game coming out on May 9th was Animal Well. This is coming from Donkey's publisher, which
Yeah,
is
what's the
just
name
a
of
cool
Donkey's
little.
publisher?
Let's see if they say it in here. I don't know. They do not say it in here, so
Yeah, it's like 2 words or something. I can't.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
This is
I don't
the
know. It's on
first
like the tip
game
of my tongue.
I think his company is publishing, so
Mhm.
Want to keep your eye on. It's supposed to be what, a 2D puzzle game type of thing?
So I could be wrong. I think yeah, it's like a 2D puzzle platformer,
Hmm.
but I think there's like the mechanic of like you can't die or something.
Mm, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
like that it's yeah, like I could be wrong, but I think this game is just like there's no like fail state like that,
Cool. Okay.
which is interesting. Yeah, like Animal Well is like when I'm like keeping my eye out because like I think it could be special, but like I don't think we know. You know, indies are tough to judge.
Yeah, I'll check it out. It's actually coming to the PS Plus Extra on day and date.
That's right.
Yeah.
That and
So
Tales of Kanzero Zao,
yeah,
both of them
and they
are.
just did it with Dave the Diver. PlayStation actually picking up on those, which is an interesting thing to notice. But
At least on
yeah,
the indie side, yeah.
yeah, on the indie side for sure. So yeah, I'll at least give it a download. I already have Extra, so might as well.
Hmm. Oh, you do have extra?
Yeah, I normally do the year. I think it goes in like December. I do
Yeah,
like the
I
year
just
of
yeah,
Extra.
I didn't know. I didn't know you actually had extra. I thought you just had essential.
Yeah. No, no, no. I have that extra. Got to be extra about it. Next
Hmm.
game then, Duck Detective.
Oh, it has a name, a subtitle.
The secret. What is that?
The Secret Salami, dude.
Salami. Oh my god. Okay. What a
What
name.
an amazing name. Duck Detective, The Secret Salami.
There's a mystery to solve, and by using the powers of deduction in Duck Detectives, the secret salami, you'll soon quack this case.
Oh my
It'll be
god.
making a splash on Switch on May 23rd.
I love this.
Quack the case.
What do you think the Secret Salami is?
I don't know. I don't know what's so secret about that salami.
I know. Tell me.
I mean, you'll have to play it to find out, I guess. These almost look like, because like, okay, the guy I'm looking at in the picture looks like a penguin, but I guess the main guy's a duck. So
The main
it's all
detective is the
sorts of
duck, yeah.
animals, and then he's talking to
Yeah,
like
it's an
a
animal
goat
world.
teacher. Okay,
Hmm.
okay. Was this the one you thought looked like Animal Crossing?
No, there was a different one.
Okay.
I can't
Looks a
remember.
little
I'd
like
have to.
that. It looks like Paper Mario, actually.
That's the vibe I got. Paper
Yeah.
Mario. Like this is another one that I'm like how big is this game? Because like I could see it being pretty big.
Mm.
Like you going through the town and trying to figure things out, like talking to people.
I do like detective games.
Yeah, like I think this could be really cool. I just hope that it's not like massive. I don't think this game needs to be massive. If they could tell a cool, fun story of you being a detective in like 5 hours, I think that's how long it probably should be.
Yeah, right around that length. Okay, well,
Yeah.
keep an eye on it. May 23rd, coming out pretty quick. Next game then was another Crab's Treasure coming out on April 25th. I believe this one's also coming to Game Pass Day One. I think I have it like queued up to download when it
Is it?
launches. Yeah, I think it's a Game
Okay,
Pass
that's
game.
cool
So
because this game looks kind of dumb fun, you know?
it's a Souls game apparently. So
Yeah.
Crab Souls if you're into
Yeah.
that.
Where you get like different shells for your crab or
Yeah,
your hermit crab.
yeah.
Yeah, like I'm so curious with this. Like I haven't deep dived. I know they have a few amount of videos out there with their gameplay and stuff. So you get different weapons and different shells, and they do different things. Is that kind of
I think so. Yeah, I haven't
the
looked too
idea?
much into it myself either, but
Like your
yeah, I
weapon
think
is
that's
like
the basic
different,
idea.
and your shell's like a different ability or something, maybe.
Yeah, and then having a lot of the same type of read your enemy type of combat going on that you've seen in
Yeah,
Souls games. I
yeah. I
wonder if
wonder
it's like
like
hard. You
yeah,
know,
that's what I
like
was just
is
gonna
it
ask.
difficult? Like, or is this just like an easy Souls game? You
Yeah,
know, so I'm
I'm
kind of
so
down for
curious.
like an easy Souls game where you're just a little crab running around
You
fighting
explore
shit.
like the whole ocean. Like, what's
Yeah,
the? So interested.
that does sound kind of fun. So I don't I want to
Yeah.
keep your eye on. Got some hype behind it too.
Yeah, it kind of has a little bit of buzz. I think it's just because of the unique, like people just like Souls games, and it's crabs. It has like a goofy, fun style about it.
Who doesn't love crabs? Uh,
Yeah,
the
especially
last
eating them.
game then, Steam World Heist 2, coming out on August 8th.
Oh, I
Danielle.
think you meant to say a Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Yeah. Wah, put your clown faces on, everybody.
Yeah, paint your
It
cock.
wasn't there. To be fair, I do
uh,
think Holiday 6 will get it out soon. Yeah, I think you were talking about the Discord the other day. Probably the Xbox thing.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been getting rated all over the place. So I see why people were actually thinking it could have been there. for this
Because of the
one
ratings,
because
yeah.
of the ratings popping up everywhere. But I do think it's coming out fairly soon. I don't know when. Probably like July, August, if I had to guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the SteamWorld Heist, or Heist 2. This is like a series of games that I want to check out. Like I own SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2 that I've never played, and they're supposed to be very good. And then there's these heist games that I know people like that first one, but I guess the second one it just seems to be improving on everything from that first game. So I'm curious about it. I don't know when I'll be able to get to it, but
August
it's
8th.
definitely. I don't think I'd be able to get to it at August 8th, but
You might. You don't ever know. It could be nothing.
yeah, I would
Uh
like to play the first one first, though.
oh, okay, okay. You're gonna have to go back and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so was their last game SteamWorld Dig 2?
Technically, there was the one last year,
The
the
build,
like,
right?
yeah, the building game.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
made that one too.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. I didn't know if they were the same developer or if they were just taking the world assets and stuff like that. That's cool. Yeah,
they're a pretty big team.
they really branch out this franchise, huh? Like they do a lot of
Yeah,
different things. There's the heist, there's dig, there's build.
Dig's like a roguelite,
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one's a builder. This is like a RPG, I guess you would say. I don't know how to describe this one.
Okay. Cool though. Yeah. So pretty big last announcement. Saved it for
Mhm.
last. So yeah, big deal. SteamWorld Heist 2, August 8th.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for them because people were like, "Oh, is that last thing going to be Hollow Knight or whatever,
Mm,
or some other indie
everyone
game
hates
people
them because
want?"
it's not Hollow Knight.
Yeah, and I hope that people don't hold that against Thunderful and SteamWorld Dig.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was the Indie World Showcase. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think a
Thumbs up.
solid showcase of indie games. Yeah,
Yeah. I love Nintendo doing these things, right?
yeah,
Gonna,
you
gonna
gotta
highlight
support the
them
indies.
in these. I mean, Nintendo's above Xbox and PlayStation when it comes to supporting indies, right? So
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It seems like the torch gets passed
yeah,
from
it,
like
it
company to
does
company.
every few years, kind of.
It was Xbox, and then it was PlayStation 4, or Xbox One or 360, PS4. Then it seemed like it was Xbox for a little bit there, and then Nintendo just took it again.
Yeah,
So it's like, all right, well, I guess Nintendo's had the
I think
indie
it's
torch for
probably
a while.
mostly a lot because the Switch is such a good machine to play indies on, right? You just
Yeah,
take your stuff on the
handheld.
go. People really love
Mhm.
that type of stuff. Yeah. Steam Deck too is getting a lot of indie attention
That's
nowadays too.
true.
Obviously, yeah.
But that is just Steam. Steam just
You can
is
just play anything
a
on there.
play anything on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I'll play PC games. Give me when I get a Steam Deck, but I'll probably wait for like a Steam Deck too. Not
Yeah.
that's when I'll play PC games,
That
not
OLED
indie
one looks
games.
nice.
Yeah, the OLED one is nice. Yeah, yeah. I'll probably wait for the Steam Deck too, though. It's probably
Yeah, it's
not even
probably a
that
few
far away.
years, I would
Yeah,
assume.
yeah. I'd
I'd
imagine
probably
like
say 2026.
yeah, right around there.
They're probably right off that OLED for a little while, I would
Sure.
guess.
Okay, cool. Our next news story then. To the fun world of PlayStation. Starting with the PC release of Ghost of Tsushima, PC players can now sign into their PSN account and earn trophies through like an overlay thing that they got going
Yeah,
on
well,
there.
hopefully you could tell me how this works because I didn't deep dive into how this works. Like, are you downloading a launcher,
No,
like a
it looks
PlayStation
like an
launcher?
overlay pops up when you launch into PlayStation games. So like you could still buy Ghost of
Okay.
Tsushima through Steam, and then an overlay can pop up where you can sign into
You sign in, then you get your
PSN, and yeah,
achievements
and
that
then you
way.
can get trophies and stuff that way. Pretty
Okay.
cool.
So,
Like as someone that
yeah,
really likes trophies
awesome.
and going for trophies, like that is a very cool thing to know that I'll have that there on PC, right?
Yeah. So one more question: do you know if it's two different lists? So say if you're like a Ghost of Tsushima player and
No,
you got
because
all
it's
the
connected to your PSN.
yeah,
So
so you can't re-platinum the game Ghost of Tsushima if you already got it
yeah,
platinumed on
I don't think
PlayStation.
so. Unless it's like a PC version, right?
Kind
You
of how
know?
PS4, PS5 is different.
Yeah, exactly. Because like if you platinum the Ghost of Tsushima PS4 version, you can carry your trophies over. That's probably what it'll be. Is that you could carry your trophies over from the PS4 version of Ghost to the PS5 version, so you could pop the platinum on two different things that way. So I wonder if it'll be three different things now. That's
People are
actually a
gonna
really
take
good
advantage of
question.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll be
if that is
logging
the
on
case.
here, bro. I'll be a
Yeah,
little
every
nerd,
game.
fucking yeah.
Look how many platinums I got.
Yeah, yeah. I got like 48 platinums right now. I'm about to have like 90 tomorrow.
Yeah, 10 of them are just God of War.
Yeah. That's great. But But yeah, very cool thing to see. I know Xbox has been doing this with achievements for a little while. Although I think it's a little different on an Xbox, right? Like you launch into an actual Microsoft launcher, right?
There is an Xbox app.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you can connect your Xbox stuff to Steam and how that works, but
Mm.
um, there is like an Xbox app. I'm looking at it, and that's how like you can download Game Pass games and stuff like that.
So I wonder if with the PlayStation games, if it's just gonna be first party games or PlayStation published games for now, that you can
Oh,
get
I would
trophies
only
for.
assume that's it. That is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would have to be right. Wouldn't really make too
I
much
don't
sense
know.
to.
Yeah, Steam would probably start getting a little weird about that if it's
Yeah,
like the game is on both. Yeah, I don't feel like they're okay with it being if it's a PlayStation game.
yeah.
My question is like retroactively, how's that going to work? Like all the other games, the Spider-Man and Horizon and God of War and Helldivers 2, like is that all going to be you going to be able to get your achievements?
Yeah, I'd imagine at some point they'll go through and update these games with
Yeah.
the overlay type thing, and then you could log in your PSN account through that, and then do the same type of thing. It sounds like it's only Ghost for right now, but yeah, and it is Nixxes making it, which is the recently purchased studio that's been
They're
porting
doing this
games to
whole overlay?
PC. Yeah, it said from like a Nixxes whoever did that was on the PlayStation blog. It said it was like from a Nixxes guy, so
Huh.
I think it's
Okay.
Nixxes developing this whole thing. So I'd imagine they'll go back and do all that with the
Yeah.
other PlayStation first party games that are on PC. And then, of course, moving forward, all the PlayStation games that come PC. It's just another way, right, to integrate PSN and
Hmm.
PC and PlayStation games coming on PC and stuff. I mean, we're going to be getting that day and date probably soon, I'd imagine, with PlayStation games on PC.
I
Maybe not
mean,
this year, but
they really
soonish.
seem that apparently they're like really tight with their money.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what the word around seems to be. So like if they're that tight with their money, I think they have to be seeing like even if Helldivers 2 is like doing fantastic by like normal people standards. I know PlayStation probably wants more and wants to make more off of that game, but if they're just seeing like success that that game has launching on both, like there's no way that they're not going to be able to have get more money if they launch on both. Like you got to get
Yeah.
that. We talk about like those first few weeks of a game is like where most of the sales come from.
Yeah, I mean
Like you,
that's just because there's a zeitgeist around the game, right? Like
yeah,
there's
it's
so
kind
many
of that
people
that
talking about the
launch.
game right there, and that just goes down and down. When you launch on PC 2 years later, it doesn't have that same amount of hype. It doesn't have millions of people talking about it. Those weeks, those first few weeks when it's actually came out, all right?
Yeah, you might get a pop, when you just put a game on PC, but it's not, like a couple years later. But that's not the same.
Yeah,
Like there are other random pops you can get for like putting it out a show, like we'll talk about with Fallout later. But like, that's gonna get a pop, but that's definitely different than like because the game's already out on whatever platform, so
right.
they're just getting a second pop later. But yeah, I hope that PlayStation seems like, yeah, hey, maybe we should just putting everything on PC. Like, why would we not?
At the very least, they're gonna have to test it with one of their big single player games
Yeah,
at
what
some
would be the
point.
first one? You know,
Maybe Ghost 2, there's supposed to be the Venom game next year from Insomniac
Ghost
from those
2.
leaks. Maybe that. Maybe the Astrobot game, if that's real and coming out this year or early
What do
next
you
year or
think
whatever.
the next big game is? Is it a
Well,
Naughty Dog game?
that's single player or
Yeah, that's single player.
okay, that's single player. Yeah, the next I mean, do you count Astrobot?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say that.
You think that's the next big game?
That's the
Yeah, so
next big
is
one, yeah.
Astrobot worth it to put on PC day and date?
I mean, that'd be a good test bed too, right? It's like how many copies are you really expecting to sell of Astrobot anyways?
Smaller-ish game compared
Right.
to some other
3D
triple A's.
platformer, sort of a niche
Hmm.
genre just in general. So maybe that's a good testing bed. See how much that actually ends up selling on PC. And if it sells a lot, maybe it's like, oh, okay, well, we should probably just start putting all our single player games day one on PC as well.
It's smart, and I think that's the world that we're moving towards. I think like that people are rightfully so criticizing like Xbox's talk and their new direction, kind of, and stuff like that. I think PlayStation is definitely keeping an eye out for what Xbox is doing and seeing that they're not a dumb company. They're a very successful company. Like they know how to sell games, and if they need more sales, day one seems to be where you need to go. Day one, wherever you really can. I wonder if they start thinking about putting it on other consoles, like Astrobot on Switch or Astrobot on Xbox. You know, like I don't. Is that something they're thinking about too, or is it just PC for
Yeah,
now?
no, definitely. I think they're definitely looking at Xbox and seeing how it pans out for them with putting games on their own or on
Yeah,
PlayStation first.
Pentiment
Yeah,
and Hi-Fi
kind
Rush.
of see how those all play out, and then they'll probably start thinking more and more about it. Right? I don't think that'd be like a this year or next year type of thing, but in the future,
Yeah,
I mean, we'll have to see. Right? The whole landscape's changing, so.
yeah, yeah. Very true. Would you? Would I know we've? I think we talked about that. I don't know if this was last week or 2 weeks ago. Like, would you move to PC if it was like just hypothetically? Would you Xbox everything on PC, PlayStation everything on PC? Would you like move to like I'm gonna have like whatever Nintendo console and then PC? Would you do that
Mm, maybe,
if
like,
everything is day one?
yeah, if everything's day one, and I would buy like a souped up PC, and that would probably be the thing that would hold me back a little bit, is that like I
Mhm.
would I would literally want like the best PC possible then if I was only playing on PC,
Yeah,
and it would just cost what, a couple thousand, or something like that, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
more than likely. So I don't know. I think the consoles would have to go away for me to permanently move to PC for majority of my games.
But having everything on one wouldn't entice you in one library.
It would a little bit, but it'd still be there, right? Like I enjoy playing games on my, it's just I would have to hook the PC up to my TV then,
Yeah,
right?
big
I
load,
guess
big
like
big
I'm not
load.
super opposed to the idea, right? It's like, yeah, I'd
Yeah,
be on game mode on Steam or whatever, and like if I'm still getting my trophies too, I wouldn't really care that much, right? And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely an interesting thing to think about, and I think I'll probably have to eventually at some point, but as of right now, if there's still a PS6 and another Xbox, I'd probably just buy those and rock with those still
yeah. Okay,
for now.
interesting.
Creature of habit, right?
Hmm. For sure.
But yeah, someday I could definitely see a world where I don't really have much of a choice, and you kind of have to go do that.
Yeah.
And I would hope in that world that you could still log into Xbox Live, you can still log into PSN, and my
Hmm.
achievements come with me, my trophies come with me, and all that. Because I don't want to lose those. That's kind of what I'm fearful of, is
Yeah,
losing all
losing all
that.
your. See,
Yeah.
that's with me. I'm losing my saves and like my like library.
Hmm.
Like I told you,
But your library would be there, right? Like through the Xbox thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would like this is all like ideal and all that kind of stuff. I would just like if PlayStation and Xbox were like, yeah, you can just take your existing libraries, both of them, throw them all on Steam right now. I'd be done immediately. I'd be
Yeah.
on Steam right now.
Yeah.
I would sell both consoles, everything on Steam. I'd get
You kind of
a gaming
can. I
PC.
mean, it's not on Steam, right? But it is there, right? Like you'll I'd imagine at some point through this PC thing with PlayStation at least that it will be cross buy, right? That like you'll be able to play, if Horizon's already been ported to PC, you'll be able to play Horizon through the PlayStation overlay on your PC. And then same with Xbox, right? Like if you have Game Pass Ultimate already, you can
Hmm.
play those games on your Xbox and on your PC. So
Yeah,
like they're already there. There's already like one foot in the door with that type of
that's true.
stuff. Yeah. So like
But
we're
there's
not.
just a lot of like old games and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like I would not want to lose access to.
Yeah. Even though like and my main fear, like I just said, is my trophies and my achievements. I want those to like carry
Yeah.
forward with me. Even though I don't care too much about achievements nowadays, I still want my achievements because those are like fucking nostalgia. Those,
Memories.
those are
Yeah.
memories for me. Yeah. Like going through and looking at all my Halo achievements from like
Oh yeah.
2009 and shit. Like yeah, I would be devastated to lose those.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So Ghost of Tsushima coming out sometime in May. I think it's like May 16th on PC. So
Okay.
it'll be a
That's not
pretty
too
big
far.
one, I think, on for the PC kids.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, it looks great. I can't wait to see like what the highest PCs can do with that game because it already looks fantastic.
Yeah, that game only had a $60 million budget.
Huh.
PlayStation needs to look at them for
Yeah.
how to control budget because
But Spider-Man 2 somehow was 250. All
Spider-Man
right.
2 4 times that somehow.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What's going on there? Yeah,
Yeah. What's really happening here?
yeah. I'd imagine.
Are you gonna tell me that an open world game like that doesn't have it has 4 times less? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing?
especially in the sense that Spider-Man 2 was using the same map or half the same map
Ish.
as,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean obviously they added a whole new part, but like half the map was already built. Ghost of Tsushima was a brand new map. brand new game, right? So
Hmm.
it's kind of weird, like
New
what's
IP.
going on
Yeah.
there. I gotta imagine Hiroki Totoki's looking at Sucker Punch and like, what did you guys do? Because we're gonna do that everywhere.
Yeah, I'd be curious what the two Horizon games budgets were. Do we remember what like the? No, we got like leaks
uh,
of some of one of them, right?
did we? Probably
Yeah,
a
I
while
can't
ago. Yeah, I
remember.
can't remember exactly either. Yeah, I'd be curious for that too. God of War, I'd be curious with too. Like that game was
Hmm.
also reusing a lot of assets and stuff from or God of War Ragnarok in particular. That game was also
Yeah.
reusing a lot of assets and stuff from 2018. So I'd be interested in know PlayStation's whole catalog for their
Hmm.
budget and stuff. But yeah, and I wonder how much Sucker Punch is in a more remote place. They're somewhere in Washington too, so I wonder how much of that
Hmm.
has to do with it too.
Could like less taxes or something.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Next up, then Skybound Games is developing a AAA Invincible game with an in-house 30-person team. They launched a crowdfunding campaign with a goal of reaching uh $50,000, and they quickly surpassed that in a day, earning $450,000 through
Okay.
crowdfunding. So they blew right past that number. Little interesting. They were trying to crowdfund just in general. Skybound is fairly big, right?
Yeah. Yeah, at least in the movie space, yeah. This is they're definitely trying to venture into games and stuff. Like shout out to your shirt. Um,
I wore it
uh,
for this news story.
yeah, you did. Um, yeah, I find this fascinating because maybe this is kind of where some bigger games like go. I know that we've had Kickstarter and Fig and stuff like that where people are crowdfunding games, and that has been a thing for I don't know 10 years or so now. But like maybe that's where kind of AAA kind of has to be if it's going to be so expensive, you know?
Yeah, what's interesting about this is 30,000 or 30-person team, and they were only asking for $50,000. I mean, this comes off as much more of a double A game to me. And I know companies don't really like
Even
using that
less,
term.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, this is borderline indie from what I'm seeing here. Like, when you compare it to other teams and other game budgets and stuff like that, like, there's no world where like Naughty Dog, for example, is asking for crowdfunding and they only need $50,000. They would need like 50
I
million.
well with this, I wonder if the crowdfunding is just on top of their regular budget.
Of
So I
course,
wonder
it's gonna
if
have to
like
be.
yeah, I wonder if Skybound has like whatever 50 million or I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. If it's like 50 million and then this is like they're also trying to like gauge interest in the project. So
Yeah.
it's like we're going to crowdfund and see. I like. Do we know how many backers that 450,000 is? Did they say?
No, they didn't. I'm sure you could find out, but yeah, I do not know.
Yeah, because if they say that's hypothetically like it's a million backers or whatever, I know it's not, but just for say it's 450 backers, 450,000. They each one gave $1. That's 450 people that probably gonna buy your game. You
Yeah.
know, like that's good, and then you have a budget on that you already have on top of that. So I guess maybe that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, yeah, I do think when we actually end up seeing this, what it actually is, it'll end up being more of like a double A type thing. Very, I don't know. You're gonna have to make like a very artistic style to make it look
Yeah,
like the comic, kinda. If I had to guess, make it a kind of like Hi-Fi Rush graphic style would work very
sure.
well in an Invincible game. An Invincible game in general is very interesting because it's the same problem you run into with a Superman game, where he is just way too powerful. He has all the powers, and it's like almost feels like you're overpowered just being that
Yeah,
character. So it's I don't
and it
know. I
probably
don't
needs to
know
be open
where you
world.
go. Yeah, yeah, you could do an open world thing just in the base city, but that would have to be a very large open world too, right? That's the problem with
Yeah,
Superman games. He can fly so fast and so high that like a normal sized map wouldn't necessarily work for a Superman because you're just going through it so fast. So
yeah. Superman games are weird because I think that like I think people off the set like think that it's kind of difficult to make a Superman game because he's like godlike basically, and he only has a weakness. But like I think you got to make Superman more interesting by giving him like narrative choices and things like that. Like that's how
yeah,
you can make Superman more interesting. Is that like yeah he could punch harder and beat everyone by a punch, but like if he has to choose between whatever like these people dying or these people dying, that's where you make it interesting. Is like what does he do when he's faced with choices? that's like you got to be smart with a Superman game. And I feel like Invincible is pretty smart. I have not read it much. I've only seen like that first episode. I want to watch more. But it seems like it is smart and it's doing other things with it, and it's not just, oh, can he punch harder every guy, like.
No, yeah, he runs into a lot of difficult problems, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much what he is. But like the base level guys, like the normal humans, Invincible's just running through those type of characters, and that's kind of where they run into problems. There's only like so many Invincible level villains that he ends up going against. So yeah, and you're right with the choices and stuff like that. Like you could make a very interesting Telltale style game through Invincible and Superman, right?
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be that, like, black and white, like, we're just doing choices, like
Yeah.
there should be some gameplay. Like it's fun to be Superman and just power beat everyone up, but like just be more interesting with it. Like
Yeah.
I think there's a lot that could be tapped there with a Superman character. And I think you could do that with Invincible. It's bloodier, it's, an open world would be cool, but what if it's, maybe more hub open world, like
Yeah.
like Borderlands or something, like Borderlands is not really open world, but you go to these different sections of the map. Maybe it's like downtown's a section or whatever, and then you go to the suburb section.
Yeah. Invincible does go to like space and stuff too, so I wonder if you could do something in there. You could make like a cool level based linear style game through it too. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'll be very interested to see what they actually end up making here.
Yeah, that would be more like Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
Like just level based.
Yeah, yeah.
Just beat 'em up type stuff.
Yeah. Well, very cool. I'm excited for an Invincible game. I have to see what it is.
Yeah.
I know there's already an Invincible mobile game, which I think he plays one of the side characters in that.
So is this going to be? I guess that they're not saying. Is this just going to be a retelling again of like the story in a video game?
Yeah, I don't know. That could be very interesting because, like, in the beginning, Invincible is just trying to learn his powers, and he like can't really fly yet, so he's kind of just jumping very high and stuff like that. And maybe you could do like an early Invincible story that'd be really cool through that. And he is like having trouble with street level villains at that point in the story too. So you could make like a really cool game just out of that.
Interesting. Yeah. But I wonder if like people would be like, oh, complaining like, oh, I can't like go and
I'm not the full
be
Invincible.
yeah,
Yeah.
be the full like powered up guy.
Yeah, they probably would, but like I said, I don't think people are gonna necessarily get what they want out of this. If you want like that big AAA Spider-Man 2 level game in Invincible, I don't think you're getting that here.
No, not especially not with the budget.
Yeah, with the budget and a 30-person team, you're not necessarily getting that here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but I think there's an opportunity here to make something very cool. Next up then, Keanu Reeves will voice Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 3, which comes out later this year. The first footage of the film was shown to people in attendance at CinemaCon earlier this week. Daniel, we got it. We got it done. Shadow's here. He's Keanu Reeves.
Is that so? Has there been leaked like footage of like his voice?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay,
Apparently at CinemaCon they showed Shadow fighting Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in like a city street or something like that. So I think that was all that was really shown thus far.
He wasn't talking.
He might have been. I didn't read anything about that, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure he was. I think he was because they had to announce who was voicing him because he probably was talking and people were gonna figure it out.
Yeah, so yeah, everyone likes Keanu, so I don't think it really was a bad choice.
It's just such like a fan casting, right? Like
yeah, it does seem like a
first
fan
thing everyone thought was like, oh,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, Shadow, that'll work.
Mhm. Yeah, he's got that cool like calm voice that he could do. Very John Wick is what goes to my head. Is he's
Hell
because
yeah.
doesn't Shadow use a gun too?
Yeah, Shadow has like a little silver gun thing. It'll work. It'll work.
Oh my god.
The Knuckles show comes out next week.
Oh, I forgot that existed.
That's the thing.
Oh no. What are we doing? What are we doing in this
We're making a
world?
Sonic cinematic universe. That's what we're doing here, Daniel.
So what's the end of Sonic 3? Are they going to tease Amy?
Yeah,
and
unless
Rouge
she's
the
just in
Bat?
this one. Yeah, I don't know, because where do you go? Isn't there like Silver? Is he a bad guy?
Silver?
Yeah.
I don't know if Silver's bad, but he has like telekinetic powers. He like
Oh my
moves things
God.
with his
Well,
mind.
there you go. There you go. Yeah, it's funny because you would think like, okay, just 3 movies of Sonic and that's enough. We're done. There's There couldn't possibly be more you can
No,
do
you
with
gotta get to
that.
the Avengers.
But now it's like, okay, we're doing everything. Like everybody's getting a movie or a show. So I'm sure we'll get a Rouge the Bat show eventually.
I think they also announced that Jim Carrey's back.
Yeah, he's back
He
as
did come
Dr.
back. Yeah.
Robotnik. Yeah, he's supposed to be his like original look now, or Dr. Robotnik's original look. So he's like fat and bald and has
Fan
the
bald.
plane. Yeah,
Okay.
so that'll be cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he gonna ride in that little ship the whole time?
yeah, that'd be fun. You jump on them and the bunnies pop out or whatever the fuck those were. Yeah,
Mm.
those little
Yeah.
kidnapped
For some
bunnies.
reason, he kidnapped like animals.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah. What was he doing with those animals, Connor?
I don't know. They were all trapped in his little machine too, so
Mm-hmm.
a little odd. A little odd.
Mm.
I might have to finish Sonic 2 at some point. I fell asleep like halfway through it, like a year ago.
I'm in the minority. I don't think it's really like better than the first one. I think it's like there
Okay.
are some things that I like more than the first one, but like I think that like
It's because of Tails. Tails weighed that movie down.
no,
Tails.
like I think Tails and Knuckles were fine. I think maybe ultimately is better than the first one, but like it's just I was hearing like going into like the reviews that like 2 was significantly better than the first one, and it's not.
Mhm. I want the
It-
humans gone out of these.
yeah.
I don't care about the
I like
humans.
James Marsden, but like
Go away. And he can voice Solar or some shit. Like I don't I don't want humans in my
that's his
Sonic
character
movie.
story arc. He just becomes Silver.
That'd be cool. Oh, dude, he gets fucking like
Yeah.
mutated into it. That'd be bad. It's like traumatic. It's a rated R Sonic.
Oh
It's
my
just,
god.
they're just torture him. They kill his wife and he
Oh,
becomes silver.
in Jason X, he gets shot up and then becomes like a metaled, silvered Jason.
Oh,
James Morrison
this
gets
is
shot up and then goes into that machine and it
Silver
becomes
X.
metal silver, yeah, as a weapon with telekinetic powers
That's what you call it, Silver X. That'd be fucking cool.
for X.
That'd be cool. I wonder who like the. I guess it's gonna have to be Dr. Robotnik when they do the Avengers level Sonic movie, right?
So yeah, so are they not making him the main villain?
I
Because he's
guess
just gonna be the main villain
3
again?
won't be,
Like,
but like, yeah, he's gonna have to be when they do Sonic Heroes, the movie.
is that what it's called?
That's what it'll be. That's what it'll be. All the teams come together. You got the crocodile with the chain. You got Rouge the Bat over there. You got that
Sydney
fucking
Sweeney
weird
is Rouge the
bumblebee.
Bat, you mean?
Oh man, if that's real, that would be. See, I mean, not that they casted Keanu Reeves, I just feel like yeah, Sydney Sweeney, Rouge the Bat. I don't, unless
Who's
it is
Amy?
Kristen Ritter, which is the rumor or whatever.
Oh,
She's in
true.
the movie, so unless she's Amy, I don't know.
Yeah, who do you think could be Amy if Kristen Ritter's
I don't
Rouge?
know. There's not really like a fun fan casting with Amy, right? Like, it's just Amy.
Yeah.
So I don't know whoever.
Let me think of somebody fun.
Natalie Portman. Fuck it.
I was thinking Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, that'd be cool. She'd make a good Rouge, I think.
You would make a good Rouge. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think you need someone like upbeat with Amy,
Anna Kendrick.
right? No, that could work. That could work. I haven't seen her in a while.
Allison Brie.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
There's some
A
choices.
lot of fun stuff you could do. I want Terry Crews as the crocodile with the chain.
Yo.
That's what I want. All right. Well,
What about
Sonic
that big
3.
cat?
Oh yeah, there's like a big purple cat
There's that
thing,
big
huh?
purple cat thing.
The cat thing looks like the Kate Sis Moogle. That's what that looks like.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I don't
does.
know who could play the big cat. I don't know, some fat guy, some comedian type thing. I don't even know if that cat talks.
Gabriel Iglesias.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Fat comedian. I said that immediately. You were there. I don't even know if that thing talks. So yeah, whatever. A lot of weird Sonic characters.
Probably
going.
does.
Sonic 3 out in December something. I think it's like December 18th. So there you go. We'll see you then, Kiana. Our last news story. Take-Two is laying off 5% of its staff. Approximately 580 people will lose their jobs as it launches its third cost reduction in the last 14 months. Daniel.
And didn't they just give Strauss Zelnick a bonus?
Did that happen? Is he
I
like
think-
the CEO guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Strauss just got a bonus too.
Jesus. And they're about to launch like the biggest game of the decade in a year.
They
or
can't
whatever.
hold off for a year and a half.
Yeah. I wonder if any Rockstar employees are affected themselves, or if it's just
If it's true, oh my god, they have no idea what they're doing. It
I
better
can't
not.
imagine you lay off any Rockstar employees right now. You know, like you
Yeah,
kind of need them to
it's their
get
next
GTA
big
6
game,
across
right?
the finish line. Yeah, I
Crazy.
think there's probably other stuff we're not thinking of from Take Two. I mean, they do
I don't think
publish
the
quite a
new
bit.
Borderlands yet.
Take NBA, right? The NBA games come out
NBA.
yearly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's September.
those are a pretty big deal normally.
Yeah,
I mean, they at least sell a fuck ton. So
it's like September, October though. That's a while.
yeah. So yeah, very unfortunate. More layoffs. We're continuing it past the fiscal year, so sucks
Yeah,
to see, man.
I don't even know. I'm scared to look at the number and what it's at right now.
Oh,
Like,
of the layoffs for the year.
yeah,
Didn't it
we're
already?
not.
I mean, it like well surpassed 2023 already, right?
I think it's really close if it didn't.
Yeah.
Like, and we're not even done with April yet. We're not even into the fifth month. We're not halfway through the year.
Yeah. I mean, you got to just hope like 2025 is like we stop, but who knows?
It doesn't look like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Industry's trying to correct itself, so I don't know. Very unfortunate. So many people losing their jobs that
Crazy.
sucks, man. All right, well, that's gonna do it for the news of the week. We can now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, what have you been playing?
I have not actually gotten a lot of game time this week. Where am I at? So I don't remember where I was at with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I kind of completed the Costa del Sol kind of area thing.
Cool.
Like I kind of did like the whole beach scene, which was a scene. There's a lot there.
Couple things going on there. Let me
A couple
tell you,
things going on. You know what I'm saying? Um,
a lot of peaks and valleys with that scene.
hmm Yeah. It showed off a lot of the character personalities.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Both of the personalities.
both of the
A
personalities.
lot of personality. Let me. You picked the outfit that showed the most personality. I'm assuming.
The one with the hat, yeah.
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I beat that whole area. I got like the chocobo and I'm like going up the mountain.
I just really
I'm like,
like that part when Hojo comes in for like no apparent reason and just decides to fuck
yeah,
with you on the beach.
there's like the three girls that are with him for
And
some
Cloud's
reason.
fighting with a fucking umbrella.
Yeah, it's a parasail.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
Because he
And-
just grabbed something and it like says it has all of your stats
yeah,
somehow.
yeah, yeah. Barrett's got the stupid sailor outfit on the whole time.
Yeah. Oh my god. He loves that outfit now, apparently.
He was rocking it.
Yeah, he was. So yeah, I'm like going up the mountain. I'm like in like the mines doing that stuff. No, I did that. I did that. I'm sorry. Went through the mines, did like the whole minecart thing.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that was like
Um,
Barrett's dungeon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I guess I chose to do the harder thing and picked Barrett's side.
Okay.
And Yuffie was a little upset at me. I don't know if that means that much.
I think like you're less likely to get Yuffie on the date then. That's pretty much what all those mean.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm going for Tifa anyways, but
Yeah, like I said, if you do just do Tifa's side quest and you'll be good enough.
and
And
so
also
yeah.
when you got a dialogue option, if you think Tifa will like that more, pick that one.
Okay. I am in like that next town. Like I did like another Queen's Blood mission. I'm like doing like a side quest that I kind of got stuck into. It was like the doctor one. But like I did before I went to like do the mine stuff and like left Costa del Sol and go up the mountain, I went back and did like a couple of Tifa missions in Junon in like the grasslands. I figured that out. So there was like a quest to like go finish the dude's thing for the cart. And then I forget the name of that quest. And then once that happened, you were right. Like you unlocked it, and then you could fast travel back. It costs like 300 gil to do.
Yeah.
So I fast traveled to the grasslands. Did like a Tifa mission there. She had like a mission in Calm. It was actually a good mission because it gave me some Queen's Blood cards. A card that that Chocobo Moogle card was really good for the deck.
Oh
I've been
yeah, that
using.
is a good one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a buff deck, so
That's
like
a good
that
one because it
card.
gives you like the two you can use the two space cards on like right away. If you like get that chocobo card, put it right in the middle, then you'll have like one going forward and then the two
Yeah,
up top. Yeah.
and like it being a buff card, it gets buffed the more you play buffed cards and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So Yeah, it's very good for what I've been doing. And yeah, so that's kind of where I was at, trying to do Tifa, trying to get Tifa's to like I think the light blue color, which is what you want for the date, I guess. Like that's kind of like the highest you can really do for the date, I
Oh,
think.
okay, with like the little fucking smiley face
The
emoji that
smiley
pops up on
face,
that. Yeah.
so I think you need like the light blue color. So she's like
Okay,
pretty high
gotcha.
up right now.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that too much actually. So
Yeah, so I think there's like a slight more if you get to like that light blue color to the
yeah.
date.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm at that town. I don't know if there's a Tifa mission in that town. I don't know if you remember, but like I'm
Which
stuck
town?
doing
Where Barrett's from?
yeah, the Rocky town.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called for some
Coral
reason.
or something
Coral
maybe.
City might have just been something like that.
Uh
Yeah.
I'm stuck doing this mission for the doctor, but it's like one for Red right now. There's like
Okay.
another side quest there. I don't know if that's for Tifa. So I don't know if she has one here. I usually
Cool.
try to like talk and see if like she's there and then I'll do it.
Very sad when you first go into that town and everyone hates Barrett. Like he's like
Yeah,
just trying to
I'm
ignore
still
them and stuff.
curious what's happening with that.
Yeah, there's a very cool payoff with all that.
Yeah, I like the whole Yuffie sticking up for him. That
Yeah.
was really cool. You see kind of her rambunctiousness to like be there for her friends and stuff.
I can't wait for you to see Golden Saucer. You're like you'll see it very soon.
Yeah, I think I'm getting close because they had there was like a sign to go to Golden Saucer or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily the next thing I'm doing. I don't. I can't say, but
Yeah. I think it
pretty
is.
close. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And is that where the date is? Golden Saucer.
Yeah, but it's not until you go back pretty later and in the
Oh,
later
okay, so not
chapters.
this first
Yeah.
me going to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
cool.
Cool, man. Yeah, glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm trucking along. I think I'm like 20 something hours in. Yeah.
Long game.
Yeah.
You only got 90 more to go, man. Don't
Jesus.
worry.
I think I'm in
uh,
chapter 7 or 8 or something.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
you'll get through it pretty quick.
yeah, I'm pretty far. I'm really only doing a lot of the side stuff. I'm doing the Queen's Blood because I want to play as much Queen's Blood as possible.
Yeah.
But the only other side
Do the
thing,
final do Queen's Blood all the way through.
yeah,
I can't recommend that enough.
I'm doing that, and then I'm just doing Tifa stuff just for the date, and
Yeah.
that's kind of like what I'm doing.
Cool. I think you'll get a good amount of side stuff in that way too. Like just doing the
Yeah,
Tifa ones too. Did you do the frog one in Junon? Or you had to play
yeah,
the
I did
frog?
the
Yeah, I
frog
love
one.
that.
Whoa, it's so weird. He like has like a little Buster Sword.
Yeah. It's awesome. Did you do
Very cool.
the Red 13's Rocket League little mini game thing? You must have. Yeah, I
Yes,
think you had to. Yeah,
yes,
I
yeah.
love
Where
that
was
thing.
that?
That
Oh,
was
that was it.
in
That
the
was in
beach
Costa del
area.
Sol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in Costa del Sol. Yeah.
Yeah, I did get angry, but I was like, so the first time I did it, I was like still feeling out the game.
Sure.
And I'm like, the stupid black ones that are like the Panthers or whatever, they like started killing me, and I'm like, you I like did the gamer lean, like leaned up, and I'm like, I'm beating you. And I
Oh, you
destroyed the game.
motherfuckers.
I destroyed them. Because like
That's
there's
cool.
a way you can like lob it or like shoot it, and
Yeah.
I wasn't shooting it at all. The first time I
Yeah,
did, I
I
was
think the
lobbing
first
it.
time I played it, I just didn't pick up on what the rules were at all, and I was like, "What's
Hmm.
going on here?" And
It's
then,
very quick.
yeah. They like upgrade it too one time. I forget when that happens, but there's like
Yeah, I think it's if they lose or something a certain
yeah,
amount, they like get better or something.
yeah, cool. You know what one I hated was the one with the gun in Costa del Sol. It was I don't know if you played that one too much.
Oh, I did. It was
Yeah,
with Barrett,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I hated that one.
I didn't get the final thing.
Okay,
I was
yeah, the
close.
final reward. Yeah,
Yeah, I missed like just a couple of targets or something. I would have had it.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
okay. It wasn't awful.
No, it wasn't
Like,
awful. It was just like I think I was trying to get the final one too, and I just couldn't get it, and I was like, "Ah, fuck
yeah,
this."
yeah, it's kind of similar to the Barrett shooting section on the cart.
Yeah,
I thought it was all right. It didn't feel bad. It just was whatever.
yeah. Ultimately, I think the Barrett dungeon you just did was actually one of the better dungeons in the game, and it still
Oh
wasn't that good.
no.
Like I said, this game, I think the game has a dungeon problem. Like the dungeons are not good in the game.
Yeah. I don't know what they I don't know what their
I did like
solution
riding the
is.
cart. I guess that was kind of fun, and then shooting the crates and shit. But
It's a cool like set piece. I just
yeah,
don't know like if the shooting felt
but it lasted a
amazing.
little too long, honestly.
Yeah, it could have been a little more like maybe just lock on shoot type thing.
Yeah,
Maybe it could
yeah,
have just been that and get it over with.
yeah. Now that you know they're like character dungeon based, the Kate Sith one in particular is the one that I just consider awful. It's
Oh
terrible.
no.
Yeah. So you'll get there when you get there. All right. Yeah, I have been playing. Well, I think we talked about Hades a little bit in the
Talk
beginning
about
of the
Hades for a
show.
while, yeah.
Yeah, I talked about Hades for a while. Really enjoying that. I
Good.
kind of find myself only doing like 3 to 4 runs a day on it. Really.
That's fine. That's the type of game
Yeah,
it
and
is.
then yeah, because it's kind of disheartening when you lose, when you get pretty far and then you lose. It's a little like I don't really feel like playing again, and then doing it all again. Like it's nice because you get the minor upgrades and stuff, but yeah, I don't necessarily always have the urge to just like keep playing. Like I'll normally I'll get home from work and then I'll do a run and I'm like really into it, and then it just like kind of slowly goes down from there, and I only do so many of it. I do really like it. I really like the combat. Like I said, the spear is really fun. The gauntlets are really fun. Um, I love the way it's telling its story. Actually, the story, just
Yeah.
getting the back hints and like having that flashback scene was really cool. And then just having
You
Hades
talking to
sit there
everyone
instigating you. Yeah, I'm talking to everyone.
in
I'm talking to
between? Yeah.
Achilles, talking to Nyx, talking to Meg's there now too. She's like normally hanging out in the lounge. Yeah, Cerberus. You gotta pet him every time you die.
Got to.
Gotta pet him.
Got to.
You
That's
gotta
your
do
boy.
that. I like what's his name? Skelly. Like the guy
Skelly,
you fucking beat up. That's what I'm saying. This,
dude.
this this could be a movie, like there's enough characters there to make a movie out of
Yeah.
this. Yeah, and then with the god type powers, yeah, I think you asked me last week like which gods I'm kind of going more
Yeah.
towards. I definitely like Zeus's. He gives me like
Okay.
I love the lightning bolt when you get the
Random lightning
dash.
shocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you dash and you get the lightning somewhere near an enemy near you or something like that. Those are really cool. The one that gives you health, I obviously like. Forget her
Oh, is
name.
that Aphrodite?
Yeah, yeah. I like that one like a bit. What's the quick guy?
Uh, Hermes.
Hermes. Yeah, I like his too. I like getting the double dash as well.
Extra dash.
I
Yeah.
just dash so much in this game where I'm just
Yeah.
like it
See,
gets.
I did that with Poseidon's, and it if you can get the Hermes, you can get the Hermes. But I did it with Poseidon. I really liked his dash a lot because it would push people away.
Oh, it has like that
So
wave, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so you do it, and it would I would like get away from me, get away from me. So I'm trying to like do that. Or I really liked Athena's because she had shields would come around you. So like you would dash away, and then if like somebody still tried to shoot you or like whatever, you could like deflect it.
Oh, you deflect the
Um,
shit back. That's
yeah.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
those are the two dashes I kind of stuck with a lot.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to try those ones out
Dionysus
more.
is also pretty good because you could apply the drunk status effect to a lot of things.
Hmm. Okay. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Have you not seen Dionysus yet? He's like the guy about the riches. He always has wine.
What's like his symbol?
He's like it's like a glass. He's like
Like a
he
glass. Okay.
yeah,
I
he
probably
drinks.
have, but yeah, maybe I just
He's
haven't
like purple
noticed.
hair or something, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this one yet.
Uh okay. Yeah,
Interesting.
maybe he's coming up soon. Yeah, he's like there's like a drunk status he can apply. It's kind of like a damage over time. Or it's like a maybe it's like I think it's something like damage over time or like a weakening type thing where like if they're drunk you hit them and they're weaker.
Okay.
They take more or something like that. I can't remember exactly what drunk did.
Cool.
But drunk I remember that being a pretty strong mechanic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of gods and they slowly reveal like there's one you get like pretty late in the game. Like there's one that just popped up and I'm like, wait a second, I've played this game for so long and I've not seen this god.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, the farthest I've gotten in runs was like 41, I think, so far. So
Okay.
decently
41
far.
like time wise?
No, I think it was like 41 rooms I went through. Or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you know like are you looking at like your time that
I,
it takes for you to do the runs?
no, I haven't. Does it show that in like the little pool in his bedroom, maybe?
Yeah, and just when you beat a run, it shows your time.
Oh, does it?
You
Okay.
look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't paid attention too much to the time. So yeah, but yeah, get more and more into it. Hopefully, I can beat at least one run at some point. It is a
Yeah, I
hard
think
game, so
it is. I think when you get comfortable, I think like 20 to 25 minutes is like how long it would take
oh, for the whole
to
thing.
like get to
Wow. Okay.
Hades. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's why I kind of put it down after run because it is quite a while when you get pretty far.
Honestly, if you think about in the roguelite genre and the structure of that, that's actually pretty quick to do a run.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Like there are like Slay the Spire, I could sit there and do a run for like 45 minutes,
Interesting. Okay.
especially
Cool.
if I have a pretty good deck.
Yeah.
So I think Hades is a little bit snappier. I just think you gotta maybe feel more of a vibe for the game. Kind of
Sure.
how they want you to like maybe not necessarily like look around at every corner. It's like get the thing you need and go to the next room. Get the thing you need, you know.
I do like it when there's like sometimes they'll put like a chest in one of the rooms and you can activate the chest and then there'll be more enemies and you got to clear that out before you can open the
Yeah.
chest. Or they put like the little pool things so you can buy health and stuff in
Yeah, there's
there.
always those challenge bits where
Yeah,
you like walk up and you could do this if you want and you'll get some stuff, but it's
yeah.
hard, you know, and like the chest challenges, stuff like that.
Yeah, like
Like
I said, my like limit test right now is always if I can get past Meg with my Death Defiance still, then I'm like, okay, we're locking in now. Then I sit up and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
let's go.
Have you upgraded your Death Defiance yet?
Not no, because there's like a 500 one. You need like 500
Yeah.
of those purple things one, and I don't have enough for that as of yet.
Okay.
But I was kind
You
of
can get a few
last
through
night. I
that.
was kind of focusing on getting more keys so I can get more of the upgrades that you can buy
Okay.
through the mirror. So I've kind of been focusing on that a little bit. Sometimes you just play a run just to get stuff and not necessarily to even get super far, right?
Yeah, just getting the upgrade material.
Yeah, just so you can
I will
continue
say, if you know you give the ambrosia to people and you can like level up their thing,
the
and
gifts.
they'll give you like a charm.
Yeah.
If you get Scully's, it's basically a Death Defiance.
Oh, okay. Like another one, like you could die
Hmm.
twice.
Hmm.
Ooh, that would be very useful.
And
That'd
I
be
think you can
extremely
get
useful.
multiple Death Defiances through the mirror, so
Okay,
you can have like a couple.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I just got the
I'd
one
recommend that.
where I just got like 3 casts. The little red thing he shoots out.
Okay,
Which I normally found that thing very weak until you upgrade it through
you
the
can
other
find
guy's
good
things.
upgrades for the
Yeah, you
cast.
can find very good upgrades for it, but like initially in the first few rooms, it's
You're like,
awful.
yeah, it's a what is this
Yeah,
ability
like
I can
throwing
do?
my spear was doing more than the cast, like in the initial first couple of rooms.
Hmm. Yeah, the cast is one that I forgot about a lot because I'm like, ooh, do I want to try to upgrade my cast right now? But it's like I like the that other upgrade right now, you know.
Yeah, I definitely gotta stop dashing so much when I'm in the lava section too. That's probably one of my main things I've
Killing
noticed.
yourself.
Yeah, because like I'm literally just dashing right into the lava and it'll
There's like a
drop
lot
down
of
a little bit
bombs
of
though in
health.
that area where
Dude,
you're always moving
when you get
around.
those fuckers that like throw the bombs,
Uh-huh.
oh my god, they're the worst.
Yeah, they are.
Like they always and there's two of them, so like the other
Mhm.
one, I'm always trying to kill one, then the other one's just throwing the bomb right at me, and I gotta dash out of that. It's just horrible. But yeah,
So
really
good.
enjoying Hades.
I'm glad you're
Uh,
playing Hades. I love it.
yeah, yeah, it's a great game. I don't know what really made me want to go back and play it. I think it was probably just the Hades 2 hype. People talking about that. I was like, oh, I
I don't
should
know.
go.
I'm glad you are.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's a great
love it.
game, man. It really is. And then I went back. I beat Penny's Big Breakaway. I finally
Oh,
went back and beat
awesome.
that. Yeah, I did the game a bit of a disservice because I like, I did like 5 levels initially when it first came out. Then I think Rebirth came out, and then I didn't play it for like a month. And then like sometime in between Rebirth, I did like 2 more levels, but I was kind of just like relearning how to play it. And now I just went back and did like the last 3, but I kind of had to relearn how to play it again. So I was kind of doing the game a disservice the entire time. I still like the game quite a bit though. It's very good. I think like the base platforming of the game and like the base controls and mechanics of what you're doing are really good. Like the riding around the yo-yo, the hitting stuff with the yo-yo, double dash, and all that type of shit is like really good. But there's just not a lot of substance in these levels. They're not really
Mm.
all that different from each other. And I think this game did suffer a little bit from budget. Like there's just certain things you kind of want in 3D platformers to make the game just more fun, like for example, like there's parts in this game where you like ride like a carpet or something just to get to the next area of a level, like a flying carpet or like whatever. It'll be like something different each level, but it's like the same type of mechanic. And in like a AAA 3D platformer, you'd be able to control that and like fly around and hit shit on it and stuff like that. And it's just like literally an on rails ride real quick, and you're just kind of watching it. And
Hmm.
so I just think like there's certain areas where they could have just made the levels a lot more fun and a lot more
Mhm.
creative and stuff like that. So I'd definitely be very interested to see what they could do with a sequel to it, since that
Yeah, I was gonna
base,
ask. Yeah,
yeah,
I
since
wonder if
like
this game's selling enough.
since that base level mechanics are so fun and so good and like such a good idea with riding around on the yo-yo and like I was just saying the double dash and all that. I think that's so good that I'd love to see what they could do with the sequel and really flesh out these levels. But
Yeah, I have it downloaded. I want to check it out. It sounds
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. If you're into 3D platformers, it's definitely worth a playthrough, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What do you
I
think
wouldn't write it
the
off.
average like playtime is?
It was probably like 6 to 8 hours, if I had to guess. right around there.
Okay. And there's no like there's no difficulty. It's just kind of is what it is.
No, that's another problem with this game too. Is sometimes it's like because there's these side activities, and the game's the most fun when you have momentum and you are constantly going as fast as you can through the level. But they kind of want you to stop sometimes, so it goes like against itself a lot of times. They kind of want you to stop, read what this character wants for his side activity, but then like other times they are very good at having the side activity be just in the linear mission structure where you can do it as you're going, and then other times it's not. You gotta like stop and read and stuff. So like anytime you had to stop, I found it to be pretty annoying and
What's
just
the point
not
of
as
doing
fun.
those?
They're just you get little extra things throughout the levels. Like there's just these little extra collectibles in each level, and then there's little
Okay.
side activities. It's just to get more points through the level,
Okay.
basically. So like and then like a lot of them, especially towards the end, I was just skipping all the side stuff. So I just got really low scores on those levels, and you could get way higher with those. So it's really if you just
Do they
want a higher score on
penalize
the
you
level.
for like lower scores? Like, do you need
Uh,
a certain level of score to get to the
not
next level?
no, not to beat it. You don't.
Okay.
You don't. Yeah, you could just run through the level, beat it, and then you'll unlock the next level. But yeah, it really is just a score thing.
Okay. That or like, is it tied to achievements and stuff? I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably if you wanted to go for the trophies. I wasn't like going for trophies or anything, so I
Okay.
didn't really pay too much attention to it. But yeah, so yeah, it kind of goes a little bit against itself with that.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't like that idea. It should be like
no.
maybe something at the start, and then you talk to, oh, can you help me get these few things, and then
Yeah,
you do
and they're
them
all
as you're
very
going.
samey too. Like it'll be like, hey, can you
Yeah.
collect these 3 items and deliver them to my friend on the other side of the level, right? And it'll just be stupid shit like that, and they kind of just do it over and over again. So like, I find the base level really fun just because I'm using those base mechanics. But then anytime you try to go off and do side things, it just interrupts you.
Yeah, it should be more kind of how like Mario and Donkey Kong do. It's a different type of plane, but like how they do in like the 2D. So
Yeah,
like Mario, you're getting the coins, like the big gold coins or something like that. Or like when you play a Donkey Kong one, you're spelling out Kong, and
yeah,
that's like it's a side objective, and you get more points.
yeah.
But like it's doing the level is you're just getting it. So like they should just do that. That's just how it should be.
Yeah, and that's kind of the because 3D platformers are they the collectathon or are they focused on 3D platforming, right? Like are
Hmm.
they focused on actually being a platformer? And it kind of wants to be both at the same time with that thing, and they didn't quite nail that.
Mm, okay. Yeah,
But
I'm
yeah,
glad you
still
went
very
and
much
finished it because I'd
very
like to
cute
check it out.
character,
Yeah.
cute character design, fun little story. Actually, like is
That story was wild when you said it to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
me.
yeah. It
Does it
plays
pay
out
off?
pretty wildly. Yeah,
Okay.
it has a good ending, I'd say. It's a little
Okay.
weird, but some interesting boss fights too. There's normally a boss fight at the end of like every other world. So there'll be like 3 to 4 levels in each world. And then usually at the end of the world there's a boss fight, but it kind of went
How
like
many
every
worlds are there?
other 11. So there's
Okay.
11 worlds and yeah, probably like 40 something levels if I had to guess in
Okay.
all. And yeah, some of the boss fights were really cool. Some of them were like time, like race this boss and like get to the end before they do. Those ones are really fun, and then other ones were just weird gimmicks that I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird and little bit frustrating. So yeah, it's a good game. I'd recommend it for people that enjoy 3D platformers.
Yeah.
Not
Hopefully
great
they
though.
kind of figure out like what works and then put that in the sequel.
Yeah, definitely. And then last game I was playing is Dave the Diver. Just came out on
Oh.
PlayStation. And like I said, I really enjoyed that game when I played it on Switch, but the loading times are just awful. No, it's on PlayStation. Loading times much better.
Yeah. Compared to the Switch, yeah.
Yeah, way better. I mean, dude, it was like a minute, minute and a half loading times on Switch.
Oh,
Now it's just like
oof.
I was just like, wow. And I'm like, all right, fucking great. Yeah, I do really like this game. It's very chill, and there's like
Mm.
a weird story going on in the background as well, which like you kind of don't expect as you're playing it.
Interesting.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's like this weird thing going on with like a giant squid.
Of
So
course.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty relaxing, especially when you're like actually doing the diving and getting the fish and stuff. You kind of just dive down into the ocean, and then you have a harpoon, and then you catch like smaller fish that way. And then sometimes there's bigger fish that like actually attack you, and you pull out a gun and you just fucking shoot them. And you can still like collect. You could still collect the meat. You could actually shoot everything, but you'll get less meat that you can bring back to the restaurant when you shoot
Mm.
things. So you kind of want to use the
Are you
harpoon.
low on ammo? Is there like ammo counts?
Yeah, so yeah, you are very low on ammo initially, but there'll be ammo throughout the ocean that you can try
Oh,
to
okay.
find and get. Yeah, and yeah, then you can try to kill more things that way. There's also like oxygen tanks, so you got to measure your oxygen when you go down to the ocean.
Gonna bring all your fish back up, I'm assuming.
Yeah. You got to bring them all back up, but there'll be like teleport spots too in the ocean, just
Oh, cool.
spread out that where it will the guy at the top of the boat will drop a like a one of those little elevator things and then it'll bring you back up through that. So yeah, that's cool. And then the restaurant part is very fun. It's so there's like a sushi chef there and he'll make the different type of sushi. Then you'll like pour green tea for people. You know, all the customers that come in and you get there's like a little pouring mini game that you gotta do and you can't go over the cup and you can't go under. And then yeah, you serve the sushi and we figure out which one they want. It's like your typical restaurant mobile game that you'd see,
Mm,
but you know, just a little bit more thoughtful, I'd say, with this.
okay.
You can like research ingredients to make new dishes and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Dave is such like a tragic character too.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's just like forced to do this. Like he was on vacation, and then the guy that owns the restaurant calls him, and then he like forces him to come there, making Dave
What?
think that like he's just there to eat the sushi. But then really they put Dave to work.
Oh
They're like, we actually need you
no.
to dive, and then he's like, okay, well, and then he agrees to be the diver, and
He's
then
kidnapped.
yeah, and then they're like, okay, Dave, you're also going to be working in the restaurant. And he's just like, well, I'm not a restaurant worker. I don't have any experience in that. He's like, well, we have no one else.
That's
While
awesome.
the owner is just sitting there. And the owner is like a very weird, interesting character. He seems to be like some type of drug lord or something. I don't know what he is. And he's like a mafia boss. And he's just there. He's just trying to make a sushi restaurant. And then yeah, like I said, there's like a lot of weird stuff going on with like I don't know, possible monsters in the ocean and like ancient city, and so I don't know. I'm interested to play more of it. I'm probably about where I got to on Switch, so I'll definitely be diving in for more.
Mm. So like how does like the swimming and all that feel to play? Does it feel good to play?
Yeah, it doesn't feel bad. I mean, it's just a 2D ocean, and you're just a diver, and then you know, obviously, you can go up and down, and you can swim a little bit faster when you play SL2. And then sometimes you find chests, and the chests will have like one of those little like you ever play Crash when he has the fucking like fan thing and that he holds on to, so it makes him
Yeah.
like go super fast. You can find those in chests throughout the ocean, so you can like go super fast. And yeah, there's a lot of different mechanics you got to manage when you're actually in the water because you got to watch your oxygen level, and then you can find oxygen tanks throughout chests, and then there'll also be like these oxygen stations throughout the ocean floor. So like you really just kind of want to spend as much time down there as possible while also managing your weight, because if you go overweight, he can't swim anymore and Dave will drown and he'll die. You don't want
Oh, oh
that.
no.
Now the guy actually saves you though, and but you can only bring one thing back up if you lose oxygen.
If you yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so really you just kind of want to manage all that when you're underwater.
Are you pressured? Is this like timed like in any
No,
way
not
or
necessarily. I mean, you're pressured with weight limit and oxygen, obviously, but there's not
okay.
like a
But
time
no
limit.
like yeah, no like all right, you got a minute.
No, so like you can dive twice a day, right? And then in the evening
Okay.
you have to go back and work at the restaurant. So it's like all the fish you collect for that day are being used at the restaurant that night. So it's really whatever you
Okay.
bring. And I think you keep fish from the previous days and stuff too. But yeah, so
So
I'm
how's
diving
like
into more of that.
the main story work in the game? So you're doing these two things, but like
Yeah.
are you have like other objectives that you're trying to get to?
Yeah, there's actually a lot. So you just meet a bunch of people that also live on this island, and there's like a scientist that's trying to study like the eco of the ocean and what's going on down there and stuff. So you bring back stuff up for her. There's like a couple other things going on too. Like I said, I'm still early, so I think they're introducing more and more mechanics for me to do. And yeah, I'm curious to see how that all actually plays out and if it's just like fun. It's not necessarily like just that super chill, you're just doing the same thing over and over again type of game you kind of think it is. There's like actually a lot going on there.
Hmm. All right. I can't wait to hear more. This game seems really cool. I would like to check it out at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, it is cool. It's on the extra thing on PS Plus. I don't know. I think you just
Yeah,
you have
I
extra,
think I
but
only have Essential right now. I would need to get that. But like I kind of want to play Tales of Kazera's Out and maybe Animal Well. It's just too many games, but
yeah.
Like maybe I want to get extra, but I'm not sure yet. Like
Okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
gotta
but games
imagine
are I would like.
it'll come to PC or Game Pass eventually, or
I
whenever.
would think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta imagine whenever it drops on Xbox, it'll also be on Game Pass. I think
that
they'll
makes
probably
sense.
do that. That's what these indie developers typically do. And then Stellar Blade is already next week. Believe it or not,
No
it's
way!
already next
Oh my
Friday. Yeah,
god!
that's already next
It's
Friday.
next
So
Friday.
yeah, rough one.
All right, this is too much.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
This is too much.
Throw your consoles out the window. We're
Yeah,
done
throw
here.
myself out the window. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, people, that's gonna do it for the Nerdcast Podcast, episode 219. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us available on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, get to gaming. I guess there's a lot of games. You know, just keep playing. Don't stop. Don't do anything else. Just play games. There's
Quit your
nothing else to
job.
do.
Quit
Yeah,
your job.
don't just
Yeah,
play
man.
games.
Play
Yeah,
games, people. All right. Bye bye, everybody.
bye everybody.